Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, and wherever you happen to be right now. I'm Mike Voories, here to help business leaders build stronger teams. In today's fiercely competitive job market, attracting and retaining top talent is a full time job, and then some. Many companies have in house HR teams or internal recruiters tasked with filling positions. Yet increasingly, even these well staffed organizations are turning to recruiting firms for support. Why? When I started BR1, I thought our sweet spot would be helping companies that were too small to have their own recruiter. But we quickly discovered that there's not only a need from both small and large companies, we're also able to provide value to both. Why? Because recruiting is no longer just about posting jobs and reviewing resumes. It's about strategy, speed, specialization, and scalability. Whether you're growing a new business, a mid sized company, or even an enterprise organization, there are compelling reasons to partner with a recruiting firm, even if you already have internal recruiting capabilities. Let's explore today why this collaboration can be a game changer for your hiring efforts. Here's 10 reasons why employers should consider working with a recruiting firm, even if you have internal recruiters or an HR department. Number one, access to a wider and more specialized talent pool. Internal recruiters often rely heavily on inbound applications or passive job board searches. Recruiting firms, especially those with a niche focus, go far beyond that. They maintain large, curated networks of sometimes hard to reach and often passive candidates. Now, passive candidates, those are those people who aren't scanning job boards but might move for the right opportunity. For example, a recruiting firm that specializes in the green industry, landscaping, lawn care, irrigation, horticulture, arboriculture, has deep connections with professionals in that space. They know who's quietly looking, who's thriving but open to change, and how to engage them in a way that builds trust. This kind of access can dramatically reduce time to hire and improve candidate quality, two metrics that every hiring manager watches closely. Number two, speed and efficiency. Even the best HR departments juggle a lot: employee relations, benefit administration, compliance, onboarding, training, and sometimes recruiting, all in the same week. When things get busy, hiring often takes a back seat, leading to stalled searches, missed candidates, or extended vacancies. Recruiting firms, on the other hand, are laser focused on filling roles. They have dedicated resources whose sole priority is identifying, screening, and presenting top candidates. They move fast and with purpose. For critical roles where delays cost time, money, or momentum, a recruiting firm can be the difference between a quick, high quality hire and a 6 month talent gap. This isn't to suggest speed over quality. Retention focused and likely to succeed recruiting is most important, but efficiency shouldn't be overlooked. Number three, support for hard to fill or specialized roles. Some roles are inherently more difficult to fill, either because of a talent shortage, technical complexity, location challenges, or a combination of all three. Internal teams may spend months trying to fill a role that a recruiting firm could fill in a matter of weeks. Why is that? Because agencies often have specialized recruiters who know the industry inside and out. They speak the language, they understand the certifications, the career paths, and the compensation expectations. They know how to evaluate relevant skill versus resume fluff. And if your company is entering a new market or launching a new service line, an outside firm with relevant experience can provide critical market insights, talent mapping, and go to market hiring strategies. Number four, scalability. Scalability when you need it most. Hiring needs aren't always steady. Seasonal spikes, sudden growth, new contracts, or employee turnover can overwhelm your internal team. Recruiting firms allow you to scale your hiring efforts without having to increase your internal headcount. You might not need 3 extra recruiters all year long, but during your spring hiring push or a multi site expansion, having an external team ready to go can help you ramp up quickly without sacrificing quality. In this way, a recruiting firm becomes an extension of your team, one that can scale up or down as needed. Number 5, improved candidate experience and employer branding. In today's market, how you treat candidates matters just as much as how you treat customers. Long response times, disorganized interviews, or unclear job expectations can turn off top talent, and it can damage your employer brand. The best recruiting firms are trained to create a smooth, professional candidate experience. They communicate proactively, manage expectations, and keep the process moving. Many firms also help refine job descriptions and interview protocols to ensure clarity, alignment, and everything moves smoothly right from the start. And because recruiters are often the first touch point a candidate has with your company, a great firm ensures that the first impression is a strong one. Number 6, objective insights and strategic hiring guidance. When you're close to a company, the culture, the operations, um, it's easy to develop tunnel vision, right? To rely on the same hiring playbooks and candidate profiles year after year. External recruiters bring a fresh perspective. They can help you rethink what qualified candidates look like. They can suggest new sourcing strategies and provide benchmarking data on compensation, candidate availability, and skill gaps. This objective insight is especially valuable when you're facing challenges like high turnover, low applicant volume, or a lack of quality candidates in your pipeline. Number 7, cost savings over the long run. Hiring mistakes are expensive. Between lost productivity, onboarding costs, and the time it takes you to rehire, a bad hire can cost your company up to 30% of that employee's first year salary, according to the US Department of Labor. But we know that quite often it's actually a lot higher than that. Recruiting firms mitigate that risk. They thoroughly vet candidates, they can conduct deep reference checks, and often offer replacement guarantees if your new hire doesn't work out. While there is an upfront cost to working with a firm, the long-term ROI in better hires, faster fills, and lower turnover, it can be significant. And don't forget the hidden cost of an open position. Every week a critical role remains vacant, your company could be losing revenue, delaying projects, or overloading current staff. A faster hire pays for itself quickly. Number 8, support for confidential or sensitive searches. Need to replace an underperforming executive? Opening a new branch or division that's still under wraps? Internal recruiters may struggle to conduct confidential searches discreetly. Recruiting firms are adept at handling sensitive searches while protecting both the client and candidate. They can conduct outreach under a blind company name, handle initial screening with discretion, and only introduce vetted, highly aligned candidates, all while maintaining complete confidentiality. Number 9, freedom to focus on core responsibilities. By outsourcing some or all of your recruiting workload, your internal HR or leadership team can focus on what they do best: building culture, developing talent, and supporting employees, and driving business growth, of course. Hiring will always be important. It's actually most important, but it doesn't have to monopolize your team's time and energy. A trusted recruiting partner helps you work on the business instead of constantly being stuck in the weeds of job posts, resume screening, and interview scheduling. Number 10, it's not either or, it's both and. Working with a recruiting firm doesn't need to mean replacing your internal team. It means enhancing it. The best partnerships are collaborative. Internal teams provide company knowledge, cultural insight, and hiring context. External recruiters bring market expertise, deep networks, and candidate outreach horsepower. Together, they can deliver faster, higher quality results than either could alone. Don't think of a recruiting firm as a vendor, but as a strategic ally. Here's a few final thoughts. If you've been hesitant to engage a recruiting firm because you already have internal resources in place, it's time to shift that mindset. In today's hiring landscape, it's not about who owns recruiting, it's about building the best team possible as quickly and efficiently as possible. And sometimes that requires going beyond your walls. By partnering with a recruiting firm, you're not admitting weakness, you're investing in results. Whether you're struggling to fill a few key roles, preparing for rapid growth, or maybe you just want to raise the bar on hiring quality, the right recruiting partner can help you get there. Ready to build a stronger team? At BR1, we specialize in helping companies recruit and retain the top talent they need to grow their business. Whether you have internal HR team with internal recruiters or not, we can serve as a powerful extension of your recruiting efforts. Let's take the pressure off your plate and bring the right people to your team faster, smarter, and with a whole lot less hassle. Contact BR1 today to schedule a no obligation, no pressure consultation and discover how a recruiting partner who understands your industry can make all the difference. No organization can grow faster than its ability to recruit and retain enough of the right people. BR1 can help. Until next time, keep building stronger teams.